To order for the Beer Board meeting February 15th, 2011. We do have a quorum. Has everyone had the opportunity to look at the minutes from the last meeting? Does anyone care to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Okay. My paper actually says old business, but this is new business, correct?
We actually have a new agenda, which I didn't print out.
Okay, so I can just disregard the old and slide a new in there and we're good to go, right?
The other thing that and I failed to print it out, was chairman and vice chairman for 1-year term.
Okay.
I have it on my minutes here, but I forgot to print it out on the agenda. So if you want to do that, that's
So we'll
fine.
just
If you
skip
wanna
that.
wait till next month, it's up to you.
We'll do that next month when you get it
Okay.
printed. How's that?
I will take that off.
We'll go on his skip that.
Do we need to make that as a motion?
It's not on the agenda.
Okay, it's not on the agenda.
All right. For those who are here for the off-premises beer permit application for Tina's Asian Market, if you'll please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name is Tina Chantavan, and I'm gonna move my store to behind Regions Bank. The address 3016 West North Shelburne Boulevard.
Okay. And you say move your store from where?
From across.
Madam Chairman, if I can explain, this is the applicant that came in a year or two ago and actually applied for a beer permit, but the regulations of the strip mall right across the street said only one person could sell beer.
Okay.
And
I remember that
strip
one.
mall.
She
that's
actually
right.
was approved at that point, but had to turn it in due to the regulations. So she is now moving her store back behind the Regions Bank, new
Okay.
location. So
I recall that situation. Does anyone have any questions? And I'm taking the safe way out for Miss Tina.
Thank you.
You do understand all the laws
Yes,
and
sir.
regulations for the city as well as the state?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And how many employees do you have working in the store?
It will be 3.
And you've made all three aware
Yes,
of
ma'am.
the laws and regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
And you do realize that if any of your employees make a mistake, that it ultimately falls on you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Does anyone have any other questions?
No questions. I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Thank you.
Miss Tina, Bruce will get a hold of you in the next couple of days.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
sir.
On-premises beer permit application for La Cabana. Anyone here for that, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Cesar Salinas, and the address is 5230 Murfreesboro Road.
All right. Now, this is for the on-premises beer permit for the restaurant.
Yes.
Is the store still in operation as well?
Yes.
And we're not doing
No.
off-premises beer sales? Okay. And how many employees do you have?
On the restaurant, just 2,
Just two.
and myself.
And both are aware of the laws and regulations
Yes.
for the city as well as the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And both are of age to actually handle the alcohol?
Yeah. Well, my dad hardly make.
Okay. Does anyone have any other questions? Comments or motions?
I'll make the motion to approve the permit.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Mr. Bruce will get in touch with you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, on to the next one, which is an on-premises beer permit for Mai Tai Cafe Restaurant located at 5094D Murfreesboro Road. If you'll please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Mai Vaniswat. I stay Murfreesboro Road, 5094D, Thai Cafe.
Okay. And how many employees will be there?
No, we don't have employee. We have family too.
Two. And both are of age to handle the alcohol? And both will understand all the laws and regulations for the city as well as the state.
Yes.
I'm just noticing that on the applicant information, full name of applicant is blank. And we've got contact information is separate. Is it owned by you individually or?
Do you own the restaurant solely?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think she just felt like that
It was
sufficed
okay.
for that. Yeah. Anyone have any other questions, comments, or motions?
I'll make the motion to accept Mai Tai Cafe Restaurant.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll make a second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And Mr. Bruce will contact you. All right. Next order of business is an off-premises beer permit application for the neighborhood market located at 111 Dick Buchanan. If you'll please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Izzadin Najing, and the store I'm opening is 111 Dick Buchanan.
Okay.
How many employees will you have?
Right now, because it's a new location, I have one employee.
Okay. How many are you looking at in the future?
It will be 3 employees over there.
3 total?
Yeah,
Okay. And all of them will understand the laws and
Yeah.
regulations of the city and state?
yes, sir.
Okay.
And you do understand even if they mess up, it still comes back on you.
Yeah, this is my third, but it's this one first time I'm in Laverne right now.
Okay.
What other businesses, what other locations do you have?
I got one in Gallatin
Okay.
and one in Antioch, Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other, have you had any problems with any of the other stores?
Well, one of the stores in Antioch, I have a regular customers, and it was me. I was working over there, and he's my regular customer. He's about 50 years old, and I sold him beer without checking his ID because that's a regular customer. So they gave me a ticket, and then I went to court, but they dismissed it, and they dismissed it. And, they took off my record. They sponged the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and make the motion to accept the permit.
I'll make a second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. And Mr. Bruce will contact you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We actually have a full board. Do we want to do our elections or maintain the deferment to next month?
I don't care. We can do it. Probably best to do it now while everybody's here. You just never know.
That was my reason for bringing it up.
We may
Are you making that as a motion?
yes.
I'll second that.
You give me just 1 minute, let me get this.
Sure.
Get this ready.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's always
That's never good. That's right, absolutely.
came in smiling, so I figured you must have done well.
That was a good thing. That's good.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. To motion to do the elections for chairman and vice chairman for another year on the beer board. Do we have any nominations?
I'll nominate Catherine Pierce.
I'll second that.
Thanks, guys.
You're quite welcome. You're doing a fabulous job.
All right, we have a nomination and a second. All those in favor that I remain chairman of the beer board?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'll
See,
sustain
nobody
from that one
opposed.
on myself.
Nobody opposed.
Yeah, I just abstained instead. All right, nominations for vice chairman.
I'll nominate Mr. Dana Blair.
I'll second that one. We have a nomination and a second for Dana Blair to remain vice chairman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You
Can I-
wrote me, I wrote you. Do we
Okay.
have any
Because you're
other
doing
new
such a wonderful
business?
job.
Hey, as long as she's here, I can do a wonderful job.
Do we have any other new business that anyone would like to bring up?
Not
No?
No.
And
I
Bruce,
do.
you're doing a wonderful job.
Yes, thank you. I
What
do.
about me, guys?
Hey, you're doing a fantastic job too. We don't want to leave you out either.
Exactly. Not exactly sure how to do this motion, but there is a permit that has actually automatically expired that is in use at this time that needs to be pulled. And that would be Alexander's on Old Nashville Highway. They ceased to operate in May after the floods. Did not reopen until sometime October, November. Came in, paid their privilege tax end of December, if I'm not mistaken. And under the ordinance that their permit was obtained, Section 8-314, posting and duration of license says if a business ceases operation for any reason, then that permit issued shall automatically expire. Therefore, he is operating on an expired license. So do we need to have an officer go pull it? Do I need to make a motion and vote on it? We are passing that one to the attorney.
The safest thing would be to conduct a hearing
Okay?
on that in front of the board.
And bring him in,
Bring him in and let him
the
defend
owner.
his permit. And probably just a motion to conduct a hearing on that permit. And you'll need, and of course, you've already stated the reason why. We'll have to set that hearing up.
Okay. Then I will make the motion that due to the information at hand and the fact that the ordinance states it automatically expired due to cessation of operation, that we need a hearing.
Hold on 1 second.
I wasn't aware that they had reopened. I thought they were still.
I have not seen any lights on or
Don't know
any
that
business.
they've actually reopened, but
Okay.
the privilege tax was paid at the end of December. That's
Right.
why
Okay.
it is an issue that needs to be dealt with as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah. Before they start trying to operate on an expired license.
Well, I mean, they still can't operate because they're not in business. I mean, if they're not selling at this time, they're still out of compliance.
But with the paying of the privilege tax leads me to believe that
That intent will
the
be in
owner
the future.
thinks that the permit is still good.
Yeah.
And obviously, that's a misunderstanding of the ordinance that his permit was allowed under.
Well, that ordinance right there, that takes care of it, because he still hasn't operated since January 1, so he would just have to reapply.
I got thinking about the fact that this is an advertised meeting. This was not on the agenda to be acted upon. So what we probably need to do is have a meeting to initiate the hearing process, just to be on the safe side, cover our bases.
Okay.
So we cannot take action on this at this time. We'll put this on the agenda for the next meeting unless you want to have a special meeting to speed up the process.
Would we need to make a motion and vote on a special meeting at this time, or close
No.
this meeting and make a decision afterwards?
You as the chairman can call a meeting.
Okay.
We can't make any decisions outside of the open meeting. So
Okay.
you as the chairman can call a special meeting if you want to go that route. If not, we'll put it on the agenda for the next regular meeting in March.
Does that meeting have to be advertised?
Yes.
The special meeting has to be
Yes.
advertised?
Yes.
So you
All-
got-
all
Special meeting would
meetings.
have to be advertised, and the hearing itself would have to be advertised, plus the
Correct.
notification requirements.
We're looking at 10 days, or,
It usually takes me at least a week to get it in the newspaper.
okay,
We like to get it in the newspaper no less than 3 days prior to the meeting. So
Okay.
that plus the deadline time to get it in the paper, it's usually about a week.
Well, I guess I'm just thinking out loud here. He paid his fee, and I'm just curious, does this board have to take any action? I mean, he
Well-
paid the fee, but it shouldn't have been accepted because his permit by rule was no longer valid.
can we table that conversation?
Yeah.
I think that would be best.
Okay.
I think instead of doing a special meeting due to the amount of meetings the city has, we'll put it on the agenda for next month.
That's what we'll do.
Or do you want to ride on one of the other meeting notices and do it either before or after when Bruce is already here?
When you say other meeting, you mean city council? Or
City council, planning, any other meeting that you have to put notice out, and just do it before or after.
The only other meeting that I run an advertisement for is the Board of Zoning Appeals. I've already run that advertisement
Okay.
for this next
And that one's
meeting.
also extremely early in the afternoon that the majority of this board would not be able to make it.
Right, that's true, too.
And it's followed immediately by the Planning Commission, if I'm not correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So postponing until next month sounds like putting it on the agenda for next month.
I will do that.
Okay. Do we have any other issues or business that needs to be brought to hand? No? Then I call this meeting adjourned.